Remember when João Félix was the next big thing? A kid with insane talent, flair, and maturity way beyond his years. He won the Golden Boy Award, made a €126 million move to Atletico Madrid before turning 20, and was seen as the next face of Portuguese football after Cristiano Ronaldo. Fast forward a few years, and the story looks completely different. He's been loaned out multiple times, struggled with form and consistency, and now he's in Saudi Arabia, playing for Al Nassr. So, where did it all go wrong for him? Let's go from the start. João Félix was born in Viseu, Portugal, in 1999. From a young age, football was everything. His parents were teachers, but he lived for the game. He joined Porto's academy early, but was released for being too skinny. That didn't stop him. Benfica picked him up, and that's where things really took off. At Benfica, his development skyrocketed. He rose through the ranks quickly, and by the 2018-19 season, he was starring for the senior team. He played with confidence, creativity, and intelligence that you don't often see in teenagers. In that season, he played 43 games, scored 20 goals, and provided 11 assists, including a memorable Europa League hat-trick against Eintracht Frankfurt. His performances were electric. He could dribble, link up, finish. He looked like a complete forward. By the end of that season, every top club in Europe was watching him. In December 2019, he was named Golden Boy, officially the best young player in Europe. Then came the move that changed everything. Atletico Madrid paid €126 million for him, the fourth most expensive transfer of all time at that point. It was a huge risk, especially for a club like Atletico, but they saw him as the perfect replacement for Antoine Griezmann, someone who could lead the team into a new era. The hype was real, the expectations massive, but almost immediately it became clear that something wasn't working. Atletico's playing style under Diego Simeone has always been built around grit, structure, and defending first. It's about sacrifice, not freedom. At João Félix, he's the opposite. He plays with instinct, creativity, and flair. He's not a player who thrives in a rigid system. There were definitely moments where he shone, a brilliant goal here, a clever assist there, but they were too few and far between. Injuries also played a role, and when he was fit, he often didn't play the full 90. As time went on, you could tell the chemistry between him and Simeone just wasn't there. The relationship broke down further in his third season. He wasn't getting consistent starts, and when he did, he looked frustrated. The media started questioning his attitude, his work rate, his fit in the squad, and with such a high salary and transfer fee hanging over him, the pressure never really eased. Eventually, in early 2023, Atletico loaned him out to Chelsea, a new league, a fresh start, and maybe a chance to finally deliver. But things at Chelsea weren't much better. The team was in chaos. Multiple managerial changes, no clear identity, and a bloated squad. Felix had a few good moments, a couple of nice goals, some exciting runs, but again, nothing consistent. The spark was there in glimpses, but he still didn't feel like a game changer. At the end of the loan, it looked like another failed experiment. Then came a new opportunity, a loan to Barcelona. On paper, this seemed like a better fit, a more fluid attacking system, more space to play his natural game. And he started well, scored on his debut, linked up nicely with players like João Cancelo and Lewandowski. But again, the pattern returned. After the first few games, his form dipped. He started disappearing in matches, losing the ball too easily, or struggling to influence games. Barcelona decided not to keep him, and once again, he was on the move. Despite all that, Chelsea still believed in him and signed him permanently. But just a few months later, he was loaned out again, this time to AC Milan in the winter transfer window. Serie A was a chance to hit the reset button, to prove he could perform in a more tactical league, but it never really clicked. Some decent cameos, but no consistency. The Felix we saw at Benfica still didn't return. And when it comes to the national team, it's been a similar story. He made his debut for Portugal in 2019, and he struggled to lock down a starting spot. With players like Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, and Rafael Leão all shining, Felix has often felt like the odd one out, flashes of quality, but never quite delivering when it matters most. And now, in the summer of 2025, he's moved to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, joining Cristiano Ronaldo and a growing list of big names in the Saudi Pro League. He's still only 25 years old, which makes it even more surprising. A player who was once expected to dominate European football has now left the top stage without ever fully arriving. The talent was never in question. It's always been about fit, mentality, and maturity. And maybe he just never found the right place to become the player he was meant to be. You need more than raw talent to make it at the highest level. You need the mentality, the consistency, the right manager, and sometimes just a bit of luck. João Félix had all the tools, but somewhere along the way, the connection between talent and results broke down. The big question now is this the beginning of a comeback, or will he go down as one of the biggest what-ifs in modern football?